This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what they think you think of them. So please be aware that this is a general collective reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started with your pile selection, I'd just like to thank and give a quick word to my sponsorship, Keen. I started to feel like me and my partner have gotten a bit disconnected in our relationship, so when the Keen sponsorship came along, I thought it would be a good time to get a reading from one of their tarot readers. I asked about the future with my partner, and she predicted that our relationship would deepen through the upcoming months, and while receiving the reading, I couldn't see how, but when time came to pass, I could start to see what she said about our relationship was true. Last year, we dedicated a lot of energy into our careers, so we barely had any time to spend together as we were busy most hours of the day. So we planned ahead to take a break. It allowed us to spend more time and to be in each other's presence. We got to connect and get closer to each other again, just like the reader predicted. Ever since her prediction came true, I realized we need to make quality time a priority. And since then, our connection and bond has only gotten stronger and grown. We found our way back to each other and strengthened our connection again, so what she said definitely resonated with what happened. The love reading I got was very beautiful and sweet, and every detail mentioned was accurate and actually made sense. So I'm grateful for Keen for providing such good readings and gifted psychics, and would definitely recommend their readers to anyone. So if you would like to know more about your life or anything in general, Keen connects you with talented psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers like myself, who are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can always get a reading whenever it suits you. All you have to do is create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. These readers all have their own unique specialties and gifts, so whether it be about your love life or what to do next in your career or just life in general, they are able to provide a deeper understanding of your situation and how to navigate it from there. You can choose whichever reader best suits your needs, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. It's always best to get a personal psychic reading if you'd like more accurate information on your situation, because it is directed only to your energies. Now here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 5 minutes for only $1. Go to trykeen.com/psychicsciencetarot or click the link in my description box to receive a discount on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this partnership opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychicsciencetarot or click the link in my description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So getting back to your pile selection, for pile number 1 we have the green aventurine crystal, for pile number 2 we have rose quartz, and for pile 3 we have tiger's eye. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is standing out to you the most. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, then also trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this green aventurine crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what they think you think of them. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started with your reading, I'd like to announce that I am going to be available for personal readings next month. So if you'd like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. We're going to start out with your tarot cards, and then towards the middle of the reading, we're going to move on to your oracle cards. So your first card here is the Six of Pentacles. Let's get out all your cards. So spirit guides of pile number ones, what they think pile number ones thinks of them. What they think pile number 1 thinks of them. We have the Five of Swords showing up next. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Then we have the Hanged Man. So I think there's space for an extra card. And then we have strength. So starting off with these first few cards, we do have the Tower in the reverse at the back of the deck. I do believe that this person thinks that you think of them as a very generous person, since the Six of Pentacles was the first card that came up in your reading. The Six of Pentacles is usually about generosity, giving, as well as receiving, you know, like a balanced giving and receiving. So they think that you think that they're a generous person, that they are always giving to you and spoiling you, and that you feel lucky since you chose Green Aventurine, that you feel lucky to be receiving this from them. But they also think that you think this is a reciprocal connection where both of you are giving to each other. There is something here about gift giving because this was originally a necklace, but then I kind of just never really used it as a necklace anymore and then use it as a crystal now. But I don't know if you two love to give gifts to each other or just give thoughtful things to each other that this person has maybe thought about. So they think that you think that they only have eyes for you, that they're not like looking anywhere else for anybody else. That is for the romantic connections here. Whereas for the platonic connections, it's sort of like this energy of, I'm going to hype you up all the time. You know, like when we get dressed up together and look nice, you know, I'm going to hype you up. Maybe they think that you feel seen by them. Something about that's coming through with these eyes. I'm not quite understanding the Five of Swords, why it's here yet, but we'll get clarification cards in a minute. Moving on to the Queen of Cups, they think that you think that they're somebody that has a very big heart, that they are somebody, this is what you think, right? That they think you think this, right? So they think that you think that they have a very big heart, that they're very generous with their time, their efforts, that they care a lot about you, that they have a lot of deep emotions for you, and they've been having this for a long time, that you two have a strong, deep emotional bond, and it is more spiritual in nature. They think that you think you two have been in ups and downs, either within your life individually or within your connection. Take it as resonates. If it has been within your life individually, then they think that you think that they're supportive to you and your emotions, you know, holding space for your emotions and the things you've been through, offering you guidance, wisdom, just holding space for you in general. And with the strength card here, this could translate to me as like, we support each other, we're each other's rocks when times are tough. We help each other rebuild when things are falling apart. So it's almost like, you know, I'm seeing a mental image of somebody crying and you're, you know, like wiping my tears off. So this is what they think you think of them, that they are like wiping your tears away, helping you regain strength, that you're each other's rocks, each other's support system. That is coming through here. Or if this is, you know, challenges you went through in the connection, they think that you think, you know, you see a potential with them, you see the strong connection you have with them, and you want to rebuild this connection. Where it falls apart, you want to rebuild. So that's what they think you think of them. And that they also want to do the same thing, that it's reciprocal, right? And Green Aventurine is a crystal of the heart chakra. So again, they think there's a lot of strong energies of love here, a lot of potential in your connection, that you want to be with them for a long time, maybe even till you grow old, if this is romantic. But if it's platonic, same thing, but in a different way. So I'm going to get your clarification cards now. Okay, so Spirit Guides of pile number ones, what they think pile number one thinks of them. I feel this card, so Knight of Pentacles, clarifying the Six of Pentacles. So they think that you think that they have been consistent within showing you their devotion and care. Because the Knight of Pentacles is about consistency, right? So, and it's also about determination, going through something, going towards something or a goal for a long time, working on it day by day. So when we look at this in a connection type of reading, this would be like putting in effort every single day, being consistent with that. Not like, okay, giving you a bunch of things right now and then tomorrow I'm not giving. That's not the energy I see here. It's more so like a consistent giving and receiving. So they think that you think they are consistent with their giving, and it's like an everyday type of thing where maybe you feel lucky that you have a person like this in your life, right? We have Judgment. So with Judgment opposite the Five of Swords, this could indicate that this person thinks that although you know that there's a lot of love here, you're also not going to allow them to do the same thing over and over again. Because then, in that case, they would miss an opportunity with you. The reason I say so is just before 11:11, I noticed like, oh my gosh, it's going to be 11:11 in a minute. And then I missed it, and now it's 11:12. So I kind of get this feeling of like, Five of Swords, can be like mistakes we've made here, or with Judgment, it's like maybe even lessons we're learning within the connection. I'm just getting that intuitively, and it's like if we don't learn these lessons, then we're going to be stuck in the same old cycle for a long time with the Hangman. So it's like this person thinks that you hold them accountable for their actions, for their mistakes, for their wrongdoings, and they think that you think that if they don't match up or like grow with you, not match up to what you want, but like grow with you, if they stay stuck in the same old place and don't learn from past mistakes and keep repeating those cycles, then they're going to miss an opportunity to be with you or be around you, or even just have as much access to you. So that we have the Devil opposite the Queen of Cups. So they think that you think there's a lot of like this deep emotional connection between the two of you. It is very intense. They think that you think that they are obsessed with you with the Devil opposite the Queen of Cups, and that it's like an intense attraction, intense like feelings of love for each other. If this is like a romantic situation, it's very intense. It's all or nothing. That's what I see with the Devil opposite the Queen of Cups when I mix these two card interpretations together. But there's also a lot of sexual attraction here if this is romantic, of course. But if not, I could read it in a different way. It could be like, oh, we're friends, but we're so obsessed with each other. Our love is so intense that it's like, you're my best friend. That kind of energy. We want to spend all our time together. That's what I'm talking about here. Why is a devil here, though? Let's just get some more cards so I have a better understanding. King of Wands opposite the Hanged Man, and Six of Wands opposite Strength. So they think that you think the connection is strong enough to have a successful outcome, although you have been through certain challenges together in your connection, and they think that you two feel the same way about each other. Since we do have the King of Cups at the back of the deck, regardless of your genders, it's just showing the emotional nature of your connection is reciprocated. So that is something I see here, a theme like of reciprocation, okay? So they think that you think the connection's strong enough to make it through any challenges and gain its own sort of success where you learn from it, you grow from it, you gain a different perspective from it. This person may have certain things about them that they think that you may not like. Okay, so they think that you like a lot of traits about them, but there are certain traits within them or certain things that they do that rub you the wrong way, that you don't agree with and that you don't like. which maybe you have been very vocal about, or they can maybe just assume that. Um, or maybe it's something about your facial expressions when they do that. So it seems like they think that you think that they need to work on certain aspects of themselves to grow, to gain more knowledge and wisdom, more emotional maturity, right? With the King of Wands, why is the King of Wands here? Okay, they think that you think there's a lot of passion here within this connection, a lot of intensity. So if it's romantic, again, like there's this feeling of like we're always wanting to be near each other, touch each other, kiss, hold hands. Like I'm even seeing bedroom energies, things like that, that type of passion, but also a sense of excitement and adventurousness when we're around each other. So it's like, um, if this is friendship, if this is platonic, then this can be like, we're so excited to see each other. We just want to be near each other all the time. There's so much fun we have together and passion in that sense. There is this feeling of them thinking that you think there is a feeling of you two being able to grow together, become more wise, grow through life, become stronger together, become successful together, reach all your dreams and goals together. There's a feeling of that here. But then at the same time, it's like, let's say we were to grow old together, either as a couple or as a friend type of connection. It's like we would still have that youthful energy where we would be able to make jokes, have laughter, have that sense of passion and excitement. So this is what I see from the tarot cards. Let's now move on to your oracle cards. So zodiac signs I see here, this could be your sign or their sign. I see Capricorn, Leo, Pisces. I'm hearing Aquarius, Aries, and also Taurus. Maybe even Scorpio, because that intensity was coming through. That reminds me of Scorpio energy, like all or nothing type of love. So let's see what oracle cards you have. So what they think that pile number 1 thinks of them for the person on their mind, please. So you have 4 cards here. Let's see what they are. We have Ammonite with Palace and Trust. So with this first card showing up in your reading, we see this fossilized, I think that's a shell, if I'm not mistaken. But if I'm not mistaken, Ammonite is a fossil. So again, there's this feeling of like we can grow old together, have our relationship stand the test of time. So they think that you think that about your connection to them. With the pearl here, this would represent wisdom, right? So maybe they think that you think you two will grow old together, learn more wisdom from the things you're going through, and grow together. Because the spiral here reminds me of growth. And there's this feeling here of them thinking you think that both of you are old souls, or that both of you have lived many lifetimes together, have encountered each other in many lifetimes. I'm being taken back to the Egyptian, ancient Egypt, and also Lemuria and Atlantis. I'm also being taken back to the Mayan times. Well, Maya in general, like ancient Maya. And I'm also being taken to like parts of the world like California. I don't know if somebody lives there right now. Again, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. It's not going to resonate with everybody. We have hematite, root chakra, and culmination. Or I feel this energy of like living near the sea or the beach. I don't know why that's coming through. And then we have fluorite, Asturian, and introspection, as well as black tourmaline, Pluto regeneration. So with Pluto energy here, maybe some of you could have a Scorpio rising, or this person could, or could have prominent Pluto energy in their birth chart, or prominent 8th house energy too, right? There is a strong sense of intensity within the connection, like I mentioned before, but also the kind of thought and belief of like, we can transform together, we can grow together. As we grow into the people we want to become, we can achieve those goals together. We can transform our lives, together, motivate each other to achieve certain things, to build our life the way we want it to look. There's also something here about believing that we can transform our connection. If we really look within, but also transform ourselves. There is this feeling here of them thinking that you think that they're on this journey of getting to know themselves, really figuring out the person they want to be, the person they want to become at this specific phase of life, and figuring out the type of life they want to build for themselves at this phase of life right now. You may think that they think that you may think that they are very focused on their goals right now, very focused on giving to you and showing you that they care consistently, but they also think that you think they're very focused on themselves too, not in a selfish way, but like themselves and who they want to be, kind of just going within, meditating, contemplating on who they want to become. They think that you trust them completely. There is no doubt in your mind when it comes to the type of character they are, their values, things like that. And they also think that you want to build something solid with them, like a life that's solid, in the sense of you two having that strong foundation where they think you see them as like a lifelong partner, more of that life partner energy, or, like a best friend that you want to spend the rest of your life with. There is a feeling here of longevity. They think that you feel safe around them and secure around them, but there's also something about giving them the freedom to be themselves, to express themselves the way they want, to do the things they want to do, put their focus on things they want to do. So they think that you think that there is some kind of feeling here of like you two giving each other your freedom and independence, but also having that closeness and emotional intimacy. They think that you think they have a lot of growing to do and healing to do. There's a feeling here of like them thinking, I'm not as emotionally mature as you, but I want to try to grow as well and look within and figure out why I'm making certain mistakes here, or how I can learn from certain lessons and transform as a person, become a better person. Because they think that you think you motivate them to become a better person. They think that you think they're a person that doesn't like negativity. Like, they don't like being around people with negative mindsets or people that are always complaining. You know what I mean? That kind of energy. They think that you think that they're the type of person that is very focused on their physical world around them, in terms of building the things they want for themselves, rather than having too much focus on their emotions. They think that you think that they're a very intimidating person, not to you, but to other people. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. And they also think that you think they're very grounded and they want to grow as a person, become the best version of themselves. So this is what I have for you, pile number 1. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my Paloma 2s. If you chose this rose quartz crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what they think you think of them. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started though, I'd also like to announce I am going to be available for personal readings next month. So if you'd like to pre-book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So firstly, when I got to your pile, I saw the angel number 333 on the camera's timer. So that is an interesting synchronicity. And I also heard the song by Rihanna, Only Girl. The one where she's like, I want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. So this person may think, regardless of gender, that they make you feel like the only person they want to be with romantically. I feel like most of you picked this pile with a romantic interest or lover in mind, since we have the Lovers card here. But if it's a platonic connection, then take it as like, you're the only person I want to hang out with, like a best friend kind of energy. But I do sense for most of you this is about romantic love, since we do have the Lovers here, and we have Aphrodite, which is the goddess of beauty, the most beautiful goddess of them all. So it's almost like there's this feeling here of them thinking, you think that they make you feel like the most beautiful or handsome person in the world, the only person they have eyes for, the only person they want to date, the only person they want to commit to, that they make you feel that way. So let's get the rest of your cards. So Spirit Guides of Pile 2, we have the Four of Cups showing up next. Spirit Guides of Pile 2, what they think Pile 2 thinks of them. The Hanged Man. What they think Pile 2 thinks of them. The Ten of Wands. And the Page of Cups. I also see the Knight of Swords wanted to come out, but I'm not going to take it. So what I'm sensing here is they think that you think that they're very attractive too, and that you think that they're the only person you want in terms of love. There is an overall sense of commitment here, like, you're my special person, you're my favorite person kind of energy. So this is what they think you think of them. They think that you think that there's a lot of romance here, a lot of love between the two of you, either a lot of platonic love or romance. And with the Ten of Wands here and the Four of Cups though, there is a sense of them thinking sometimes maybe you're not fully satisfied within the connection, sometimes you'd like more. And sometimes they think that you think of giving up on the connection because of maybe the hardships you've experienced together. But since the Star is one of the cards that are also popping out here on the side, there is this feeling of them thinking that sometimes that thought brings them anxiety. Because this could even not be true. Like, maybe you're extremely happy within this connection, but it's a feeling here of like, what if sometimes they aren't fully fulfilled and they feel like giving up on this connection? They start to get very insecure, because I feel that in my solar plexus chakra, like, them feeling a little bit insecure, like, am I good enough for pile number 2? Does pile number 2 think I'm good enough for them? So they may question that, and they may overthink and worry about that, and question if they're sane, because I'm hearing sanity. But then they may also question, like, is it all in the head or is it real? Are they just overthinking and there's nothing wrong with, like, the way you're feeling about them? So that is something I see with the Four of Cups, Ten of Wands. But with the Star showing up here as one of the cards that are popping out, They try to have hope and faith and trust within you in the connection, and trust that, if you were feeling that, you would say something to them. Because I feel like this person sometimes worries that you maybe think that they're boring, or that you're like not completely enjoying your time with them, or feeling, like apathetic, not fully satisfied. I think that's one of their fears here, but then they try to like trust in you and have faith that, if you did feel that way, you would open up to them and tell them about it. So then they try to stop worrying and just trust in you. But then there's also this feeling here of like, let's say pile number 2 is not fully satisfied within this connection, then they know that I will try my best to prove to them, like, I will even take on a challenge of trying to prove to them that I want to stay in their life. And I'll do anything to make them happy. So they think that you think of them like that. Like, they will take on a challenge. They'll do anything to make you happy, to make you feel fulfilled within the connection. So that is what I'm getting here. They think that you think that they have a lot of responsibilities to fulfill. So sometimes, they're spending time maybe at work or at school doing the things that are important for their future. And they make time for you when they do have time. So they think that you understand that. And they think that you would speak up if there is something you're not happy about. Okay, there is something here about them thinking that you think that their love is innocent and pure and genuine. Like, you think that they have genuine intentions towards you. And there's something here about this person thinking that you may think at times like there's a lot of fun and playfulness between the two of you, where they try to have more fun moments with you, but then sometimes they're really busy and they have to focus on their responsibilities, so then they can't focus on fun. So they're hoping you don't think they're boring for that, but I don't know, like, I keep feeling this person worrying about if you think they're boring, if you enjoyed time with them, if you're just like not saying anything. But I think it's this person's own fears. I think they do want to overcome these fears. That's what I'm getting here. Let's get some clarification cards. So clarify the Lovers card, please. So we have the Five of Wands. They're unsure how you feel about them romantically, for the romantic connections. There's a feeling here of like, what if you are going through this back and forth, like, yes, I love them, but I don't want to be with them, or something like that. In terms of thinking of the future, so they're not really sure how you feel, if your feelings are on the same page in terms of romance and love. And again, it's like they try to fully put their trust in you, but they're also just not sure if you see a future with them. But it's coming from a place of fear and worry, because they feel extremely happy with you, but they're also looking at you and they're thinking, like, you're so attractive, you have such an amazing personality, you can get anybody you want in love. Am I even good enough for you? Like, do you sometimes go in this back and forth of like thinking, oh, I want to be with them, no, I don't want to be with them. So I think that's something they're quite worried about, but it's only because they care so much and because they want to make you happy. I feel like this person has had a rough childhood. Maybe there's a wound here of not feeling good enough for the people in their life. And the thing is, when we go through childhood feeling like we're never enough, like nothing we ever do is ever enough, I feel like this person has some kind of people-pleasing thing where it's like, I want to make the people around me happy, but we can't make the people around us happy. That's just impossible. Yes, we can bring some happiness to them, but we can't make them happy. They find that happiness within. And so I feel like this person just wants to please you the whole time. But it's like they're wondering how you feel. They're wondering if it's all in their head, if they're just worrying about nothing. Okay, they wonder, like if you ever have feelings of anger or irritation towards them. Again, like I don't know if they were made to feel in their childhood as if they are irritating to be around or boring or just not good enough. But it seems like this is something they tell themselves, and then they're worrying, if the people around them thinks the same thing of them. So I think this is maybe an insecurity they have. We have the Fool card. So there's this feeling of this person. I'm trying to not go off topic, but they think that you think that they will try to be a little bit more spontaneous and like maybe you're more of this like free-spirited person, more of this type of person that like likes to have fun and enjoy, like the spontaneous moments of life. So maybe they think that you think they would be a little bit more spontaneous with you, if you ever get bored, like take you on a spontaneous date or date out together, where they get a little bit more free. How do I explain this in words? Again, I don't want to go too much off topic, but what I'm getting with the Fool card opposite the Four of Cups, how they're thinking and feeling is like, okay, if I see that pile number 2 has a bored look on their face, I'm gonna take them out to this fun place, or like do something spontaneous where they can feel free within the connection, where it doesn't get boring or stale, but there's a sense of newness always with the Fool. So again, I don't know if this person has like a people pleasing thing, but it's like whenever I see you get bored or like look a little bit bored, maybe you're not even bored, but maybe you look a little bit bored, maybe I want to buy you something new or take you to this new place, because the Fool is about newness in order to prevent our connection becoming stale. So I don't know what that's about, but they think that you think that they try to do things to prevent the connection getting stale and boring and like the same old routine every day, and you try to no, they think that you think that they try to like spice things up and make things a little bit more interesting and new in the connection. Keep the passion alive, especially for the romantic connection. 6 of Swords opposite the Hanged Man. So it's almost like they think you think they're the type of person that when things have been a certain way for a very long time, it's time to switch and change things up. So they think that you're thinking that they're that type of person that doesn't always stay the same. Like they're constantly changing things around. So what do I mean by this? I think that they may sometimes get bored of their own routines once it has settled in too much. So, what Spirit is showing me is an example of going to the gym. Let's say every day I go to the gym at 6 a.m. And now I'm a little bit bored of this routine I have, like this exercise routine I have. It's been 3 months since I've been doing it. Let's switch things up. Let's change things up. So they think that you may think they're that type of person that likes to switch things up, excite things up, bring change to things. Like I even see some of you like where this person maybe sometimes like moves furniture around. But I think that they're projecting a little bit of their own insecurities not onto you, but more so like sometimes they will get bored of doing the same old thing every single day. So then they'll get scared that you get bored of having the same routine with them as well. Or like maybe even in projecting their own insecurities, where maybe somebody has said to them that they're boring or they thought that of themselves. And so they'd like be scared that you think the same. So I'm seeing something along those lines. Okay, next we have the Six of Wands opposite the Ten of Wands. So what I'm getting with these two card combinations is they think that you think that they're a really hard worker, that they work extremely hard to get what they want in life, right? They think that you think that there's somebody that wants success in this lifetime, that has big goals, big dreams, big things they want to achieve, and that they are determined to get to the finish line, the finish goal. They think that you think that they are very ambitious, that they have a lot of passion to make it to their own success. Next, we have the Knight of Cups. They think that you think that they are a hopeless romantic and that they wear their heart on their sleeve for you. They have since the first day you met. Ever since you met, they knew, like, I never ever want to let this person go. Like, they think that you're a rare gem, and they think that you feel the same about them, or at least they're hoping so, because every time they think something about you, like something good you may think about them, they start to doubt it, and they're like, I hope that they do think that way or feel that way. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what I'm getting. So it's like, let's say they think that you think they're really romantic, and then they start to doubt it, and they're like, I hope they actually think that good thing of me. So I'm seeing an energy like that. They're hoping that you're happy with them, that you feel fulfilled, and they're hoping that, they are giving you enough compliments, making you feel special, giving you enough love with the Knight of Cups. Showing their appreciation for you enough. They think that you, and they're hoping that you see a future with them, but they're also not sure about that. And they're hoping that you think that the connection is strong enough to make it through, till the end. They think that you think they're really responsible, and that, they put their priorities first, like you're one of their priorities, but also their priorities in life first before anything else. They think that you think you have seen their growth and how they've changed over time for the better. They're hoping you don't see them as a competitive person because they're very ambitious or like obsessed with success or like greedy. They're hoping you don't see them like that. Because I feel like this person really wants success, so they're hoping you don't see them as greedy or like competitive. They think that you think that they're talented at something, and they also think that you think that they're not afraid to take risks in life when things aren't exactly the way they want it to be in their life. Taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, instead of just sticking with something we don't like and settling for less. So they think that you think they're like that. In terms of zodiac signs I see here, I do see Gemini energy quite strongly. I also see Pisces quite strongly here. Fire sign energy, since King of Wands is at the back of the deck, especially Leo. And Sagittarius, this would be your sign, their sign. And then I'm also seeing the other water signs. So I mentioned Pisces. I also see Cancer and Scorpio here. And I'm also hearing Capricorn now. So Those are the signs I see. This could be your sign, their sign. Again, let's now take a look at your oracle card. Again, there's this feeling of like, I hope that they're attracted to me. I hope they feel the same way about me. So whenever they think things, it's like they doubt it in their mind and they're like, I hope they really feel that way. So spirit guides of pile number 2s. Spirit guides of pile number 2s. What they think that pile number 2 thinks about them. We have lace agate with the air element and adaptability. So they think that you think that they are adaptable to changes, that they're not scared of changes, that they're not scared of taking a risk. Even though sometimes they feel very fearful, they try to come across as fearless to you. So they're hoping you see them as fearless. But not just fearless. There's a sense of like I'm able to like adapt to the challenges I'm going through, accept them and adapt, or able to adapt to the changes that are happening in my life. So that's what they think you think of them. They also think that you think they're very much like a go with the flow type of person, although they're really responsible and have to have their ducks in a row. There's still this feeling of going with the flow and being like a very chilled and laid back person. We have lapis lazuli, third eye chakra, and consciousness. Let's get one more card. We have turquoise, earth element, and perseverance, and Larimar, Neptune, and perspective. That's so weird because I did feel that Neptunian energy when I mentioned the water signs. So some of you could have a prominent Neptune placement. But what I'm getting here is I felt a little bit dizzy when I pulled this card. And do you know what it's reminding me of? Like when somebody does something so beautiful or romantic for you, you almost like want to faint. So they're hoping that you think that of them, that you are like almost like, what's the word? Gushing over how, they treat you. They hope that you speak about them to their friends and to your friends in very good ways, like, oh, this is my person, they're so amazing, or like this is my best friend, they're so amazing. Like they're hoping you speak good positive words about them when they're not around. And they think that you do, but again, there's the sense of questioning it. There is a feeling here of like our love being very deep and spiritual. Something unlike anything they've ever experienced before. And it's hard for them to completely understand what they're feeling here, but it's almost like they look at you like a soulmate, or, like some kind of deep soul connection where they look at you as if you are meant to be. So they're hoping that you feel the same way, like that you think that maybe you two have past lives together, or that you think that they're meant to be with you, or something along those lines. They're really, really hoping that you're happy with them. That's something that keeps coming through, and that you think they're good enough for you. They're really hoping that. You know what Spirit is showing me when you do a competition and you don't know if you're going to win? It's almost like this person thinks of you as that type of person that has many options available, or you could have, because you're more than good enough. But it's like, do I deserve you in return? Like, you are a prize. Do I deserve this prize? So that is how they're looking at you. I think they think that you think they're a person that perseveres and shows that they want to stay in your life for the long run. I'm spelling food, so maybe you think that they're a foodie. They think that you think that. They also think that you think that they're a person that is like very grounded, but also in touch with their emotions at the same time. They think that you think you two have like a telepathic bond, or that you two kind of just click and finish each other's words or sentences, or just is able to know what the other person is thinking by just looking at them and their facial expressions. Because I'm almost seeing like something where it's like we're just looking at each other in public or at like some kind of event with people we're not really close to, but it's like we can give each other some kind of look and just communicate through our eyes and through our look, like we know what the other person's thinking. So I'm seeing something like that strong bond where it's just like we just click, where we just understand each other, we just get each other, finish each other's sentences. Maybe they think that you think that of them. They think that you think they're going to be very successful within this lifetime with whatever they do. And they think that you think there's a lot of love here as well. And that this love is more of like a long-term love, a love that is going to last in the long run. And more of a spiritual type of love with Neptune. Though with Neptune showing up, these fears of theirs could be an illusion playing out within their mind that is not even true, because you may even listen to this and feel like, I've never been bored of this person. Why would they think that? But it's more so their own illusions and perspective of themselves, where they're hoping you don't view them the way they view themselves. So I can be a little bit honest with you guys. Like sometimes I'll look in the mirror and I'll see an insecurity and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope other people don't see this insecurity, but that's my own perspective of myself. You know, I'm basically projecting my insecurities onto that person if I think they think that. So this is what I have for you, pile number 2. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this Tiger's Eye crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what they think you think of them. Sorry. Please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Your card is a 3 of Pentacles. Before we get started with your reading, I'd just like to announce I am going to be available for personal readings next month. So if you'd like to pre-book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So when I was shuffling your cards for the intro, and of course your pile 3, the 3 of Pentacles, came out for you, but then when I was shuffling, I saw the 3 of Swords at the back of the deck. And as soon as I got your card, I got multiple messages intuitively. So I'm just going to go through that and explain that to you while we shuffle the cards. So firstly, I heard that song that's like, my baby shut me down. I hit the ground, bang, bang, something like that. So this person may think that you think that they betrayed you, that they really shut you down, that they really hurt you emotionally, broke your heart at first, and that you cut them off with the scissors here. That you completely cut ties to them, and they think that you think you never want to see them again. You never want to have a relationship with them again. Like whatever they did to you was just so unacceptable that it felt like a betrayal. It feels like I never want to see you again. I don't want to know you again. And I saw the Enchanted movie. So if you know the Enchanted movie, there was this one scene where she didn't really know about emotions because she comes from this fairy tale land. But then she's saying to him, I'm so... And then she's thinking of the word and she's like mad or angry or something like that. And it's the first time she's ever felt so mad or angry at a person. So I saw the vision of that as I looked at your card. So there is a feeling of like in the beginning, when things ended between the two of you, when you cut them out of your life, they think that you felt heartbroken, since we saw the 3 of Swords at the back of the deck, and they think that you felt so mad at them for whatever they did to you that you wouldn't just forgive them like anything. You wouldn't just let them back into your life. They think that you felt so mad in a way you've never felt towards anybody before in your life, or that you're not a person that really gets mad. So if you get mad or angry, there is a reason for it. There is a reason why you cut them off. So that's what they think you think of them. Let's get the rest of your cards though. So they think that in the beginning you were so mad that you may have told other friends of yours or family members or people you were close to what they did to you, that and like told them, you're like, I'm so angry at this person because they did this and this and this to me. So they think that everybody around you knows what they've done to you, knows what they've done to betray you or hurt you, etc. Whether that's true or not, this is just their thoughts. So what they think pile number 3 thinks of them. So this is definitely somebody from your past, somebody that's no longer in your life and you don't want in your life anymore. And that's what they think you think. So 2 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Swords. I spoke about this. I love that it's coming out because I did speak about it. Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. So they think that you think that they're not a loyal person, that they're untrustworthy, and that you will never trust them ever again or let them back into your life ever again. They think that in the beginning you were very mad and disappointed and heartbroken, and that you view yourself as the angel in this situation, but I feel like this person's such like in this victim mode that they're like, oh, but you're not so innocent. I feel them being so defensive, like, oh, but you're not so innocent. You did this and this and this to me, trying to justify why they did something to hurt you. And I feel like when I look into your energy, you would never intentionally hurt this person. They thought that in the past you viewed them as like a soulmate or somebody that you were meant to be with the Wheel of Fortune here. Maybe in the past you two told each other like, we're meant to be together, like you're my soulmate, or like I feel like I was meant to meet you. Or maybe they thought that you just thought that in the past, like we were meant to be together, we were meant to meet. Something more soulmatey with the Wheel of Fortune, or something more fated with the Wheel of Fortune. And with Judgment, it's like they thought that you thought there was a spiritual love in the beginning until they broke your heart, and then more of that like warrioress type of energy came out of you, like a more powerful energy of like, this is not okay, I'm cutting you off kind of energy. They think that you were first heartbroken and they really hurt you, and you went, I'm hearing like, yeah, I'm sure they chatted shit about me. So that's what they said to other people. Like, I'm sure you spoke shit about me and like ruined my reputation. But how can you ruin somebody's reputation if what they did to you was this? Like, if you're going to tell people about what they did, you're just calling them out. So with Judgment here, they think that, if they had to come back into your life, you would call them out. You would judge them, that like people around you would judge them and be like, how could you do this to pile number 3, blah, 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 blah. Whether that's true or not, it's just what I'm seeing. Though what I will say about the energy, I feel like that was the beginning energy. Now it's like they're looking back at you and some time has passed. It's been a while since your connection ended, since you cut them off. And they know that you don't want them back because enough time has passed for you to heal your heart. That's just what I feel intuitively. And now they think that you don't care about them. You feel indifference towards them. You're just looking at them and you're like, meh. Because that's the energy I'm seeing, like clairvoyantly. Like you're just like, meh, I don't really care about you. Like, I know my worth. I know that I deserve better. I know there's somebody out there for me that is really for me. Maybe I was caught up in all the love we had that I thought we were like fated and meant to be together, but clearly not. So now they think that you don't see them as like you were meant to be together. Now they think you see them as a lesson. Now they think you think of them as like, whatever, meh. like boring, like I don't really care, indifference, that type of energy. So they think that you don't really think about them anymore, that you don't watch them anymore, that you don't care about them anymore, that you've moved on. And I just feel that energetically that that's just what they think that you think. Like, I don't really care about that person. Like, I don't want to waste my time thinking about them. So, clarify the Three of Pentacles, please. Page of Swords. So, they think that you think that they are curious towards you and that they check up on your social media. They think that you think that they're watching your social media or watching you from a sense of curiosity with the eyes here, or that, like, you think that they're dreaming of you all the time or thinking of you all the time, but not saying something to you or not communicating to you, just being very mysterious. I don't know why they think you think that of them. If they think you think that, then maybe they are doing it. I don't know. But let's see what other cards you have. We have the Queen of Swords. So they think that you think that they still want to speak to you or apologize to you, the Star, heal your connection, try to come back to you. They think that you think that they're still going to try to come back to you, still going to try to communicate to you, heal the connection with you. And they think that some time has passed where maybe you have forgiven them and you no longer hold a grudge against them or hold anger against them. But they also think that it's like tricky because maybe some part of them does want to apologize to you for some of you, but maybe for others of you, they don't actually want to communicate with you, but it's more so an ego thing of like, oh, they think I want to come back to them, but I don't, kind of energy. So I think just take it as resonates as per who you feel your person is intuitively. So either they're doing it out of ego, like, oh, they think I'm going to come back to them, or, like an ego type of thing, but I'm not. Or like some part of them does actually want to apologize to you, but doesn't know whether you would actually even respond to them. Doesn't know if you would be indifferent and just say, I forgive you, but not have a relationship with you. Or if there's just like some kind of like wish fulfillment here of like they are going to forgive me and we're going to get back together. So they don't really know what you're thinking. Like if they had to reach out to you and apologize to you for the things that they've done or said, they don't know if you would respond back, if you would ignore them, if you would be indifferent, or if you would be angry at them, call them out again. They really don't know what to think that you think, if that makes sense, like if they were to reach out. We have the Ace of Wands. So they think that you're still attracted to them. Like, is this person delulu? Like, are they delusional? If this was like a romantic connection, they think you're still attracted to them. Or, if this was a platonic connection, then it could be a thing of like, let's say they're thinking of this in more of this egotistical way. Like, let's say I had to reach out to pile number 3. They would get so excited when they see my message because they've been waiting for my message. So I know that sounds contradictory to the indifference message, but maybe sometimes they tell themselves that to boost their ego, like, oh, pile number 3 is waiting for me to communicate. I'm just going to play bait and not communicate with them with King of Swords reverse and see if they actually reach out to me first out of desperation. It's like that type of vibe of maybe inside they can see that you are indifferent towards them, like you don't talk about them anymore. You're focusing on you now. You're focusing on different aspects of life, like achieving certain things, focusing on your friendships, your new connections in your life, focusing on you. So maybe deep inside they know that you don't care about them, but they may actually be telling other people like, yeah, pile number 3 misses me. Like, I'm sure they're still heartbroken over me. It's an ego thing. So I feel more of that ego thing for most of you watching. Very weird energy, but it's what I see here. So zodiac signs I see. I definitely see strong Aquarius energy. This could be your zodiac sign or theirs. And I see strong fixed sign energy. So I did mention Aquarius. We also have Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. And I also see some earth sign energy. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And I see air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Okay, those are the signs I see the most. But let's see what oracle cards you have. Some of you may even listen to this reading and laugh, like, is this person, are they crazy? Like, why would I still be thinking about them? Because I'm sure a lot of you are not even asking about them, and you're like rolling your eyes at this message. Like, I didn't ask about an ex or an ex-best friend, but I guess their message just came up. Because I feel this energy of some of you asking about somebody else in your life, but then instead an ex or an ex-friend came up in the reading and kind of hijack the reading, whereas some of you are asking about this person, whereas some of you just are open to any messages about anybody. But it's like you're surprised hearing this, like, is this person crazy? Like, why would they think I'd still want them after what they've done to me to hurt me? Why would they be so delusional to think I'd still beg for them? Like, are they stupid? I feel like some of you are rolling your eyes as you listen to this. So we have Pyrite, Mars, and Momentum. Mars energy is the planet of sensuality, aggression, war. But I'm seeing the not Five of Swords in my mind. Five of Swords represents betrayal. So maybe that's true, but I'm seeing the Five of Wands in my mind's eye. Like, this person maybe believes that you are in competition with them, or maybe believes that there are still leftover feelings of anger towards them. Like, if they did try to reach out to you, you would be angry at them, or try to fight with them. Whereas for others of you, there's like this energy of like, I think that pile number 3 is trying to achieve certain things to prove me wrong, to like outdo me, to compete with me. For some of you, this was like a friend that was always in competition with you, always tried to outdo you, and now they think that you're doing that to them. And they think that you know that they did that to you in the past. Or they think that you think that they're jealous of you or something like that, or like in competition with you. And I almost feel them scoffing like, why would I be jealous of pile number 3? But deep inside they are. Because there's still strong feelings they have towards you, more so feelings of anger and ego, but they still have strong feelings towards you. But if they had to be honest with themselves and not come from a place of ego, they'd admit to themselves that you most probably are indifferent towards them. You most probably don't care about them or what they're doing with their life. You most probably are focusing on your future and not your past with the North Node here. Because, okay, this card is Opal North Node expansion. It seems like you've expanded a lot. It seems like you've grown a lot. It seems like you're not the person you were when you were with them. You've grown a lot. You're focusing on your future, not on your past. You're focusing on getting outside of your comfort zone, going towards your purpose, your destiny, your North Node. And this is what this person is seeing you do. So they think that you think that they're in competition with you to achieve certain things faster than you. Whether it is true or not, that's just what they think you think of them. We have Sunstone, Sacral Chakra, and Deep Knowing. So if this was like an X with the Sacral Chakra along with Mars, again, there's this feeling of like, I think that pile number 3 is still attracted to me. But there's also this feeling of like, I think we both are still attracted to each other, and we can't deny that. But some of you, like, I'm actually clairvoyantly seeing you, like, almost like want to vomit at the thought of hearing that. Like, why would I still be attracted to this trash? Because this person really treated you like trash. And I'm seeing 1222 on the clock. Like, I'm hearing thank you next. Like, I deserve better. So you don't actually think that, but it's more so an ego thing. But with deep knowing here, maybe deep inside, they know that that's not true, that maybe they're the only ones that misses you, but they're trying to cover that up by being in their ego and saying, yeah, I'm sure pile 3 is still heartbroken over me, angry about me. It's more so an ego thing. They think that you think that they're really happy right now at this phase in their life and that everything in their life is going well right now. But surprise, surprise, Three of Pentacles is the three fates in this specific tarot deck, which can represent getting karma when we do something wrong to another person. And I saw something about this person betraying you. So they may put on like this show in their life, like everything's all happy and dandy in their life and everything's going well. But behind the scenes, they're actually getting a lot of karma. And they think that you don't know that they're getting karma because they hide it. And they think that you think you want them to get karma. But I'm almost feeling like this person laughing, like you will never know like what's happening in my life. You're just gonna think I'm doing well. So I feel like this person is very much in their ego. When I'm tapping into their feelings and their thoughts, it's very much from a place of ego and not genuinity. I even feel them posting certain things and they're like, oh, I hope pile number 3 stalks me and views this and sees how happy I am, how much better I'm doing than them. It's like more of an ego competition thing, like I'm doing better than them. So they think that you think you've grown a lot, but they haven't grown a lot, which is true. It's true. So it's what I'm seeing here. So this is what I have for you, pile 3. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.